Hey, everybody. Let's talk about a real life conversation that we need to have. A term that you've seen all over your VA paperwork called duty to assist. Now, on paper, it sounds like the ultimate safety net. It sounds like the VA is stepping up to be your teammate, do the heavy lifting, find your records, get your claim across the finish line. But I'm just going to give it to you straight. If you rely solely on that duty, you're putting your family's future security at risk. Now, we all know better than to just hope things work themselves out. We have to take charge. We have to handle our own stuff. Your VA claim is no different. So today, I'm going to break down why the duty to assist is often the bare minimum and why. If you want to win, you have to stop riding along passively and waiting for your idea of a good rater, and you need to start driving the process yourself. Now, if you're currently pursuing the rating that you deserve, I've developed a full VA claim system. I'm offering it for $29. I know that price sounds low in a world of high-priced expert help. But my mission is to get high-value, low-cost tools into the hands of veterans who are still moving through the process, and they need a framework that they can use to win without being charged an astronomical amount. So, if you want to stop guessing, start driving your claim from the very beginning, that link is in the comments. And now let's get back to today's topic, the duty to assist. All right, let's look at the map, the rules of the game. We're talking about the 38 CFR, which is just a collection of federal regulations that tells the VA how they're supposed to handle your claim. Under these rules, the VA is technically required to make reasonable efforts to help gather your records and schedule your medical exams. I'm chuckling for a reason. Here's the reality. Reasonable is a very low ceiling when you're dealing with a massive bureaucracy like the VA. Think about this from the perspective of an overworked employee with a stack of files. To them, reasonable effort usually means sending out one request to a record center or to a private doctor. And if they don't get a reply in 30 days, they check that box and say, "We tried," and they move on to the next file. They're not going to call that office back 3 times and go, "Hey, guys, we really need your records." They're not going to go look for a medic from 20 years ago that may have remembered what you were injured, or how you were injured. So when you're in this riding along method, you're essentially hoping that a stranger in an office cares as much about your claim as you do. But the reality is, if the record's missing, the VA's duty to assist often ends in a letter saying they tried, they couldn't find it. And just like that, you're looking at another denial letter. Now, the biggest flaw in the duty to assist is that it is absolutely strictly clinical. It deals with data, not people, not feelings. The VA might find a medical note that confirms you have a diagnosis, but they aren't going to gain understanding from that medical note of how this condition actually affects your day-to-day life. They don't see how the pain keeps you from picking up your kids or your grandkids. It doesn't see how your disability makes it impossible for you to have a meal in a crowded place because you can't hear anything. The VA gathers the what, but they don't gather the how and the why. As veterans, we know the real impact of our service isn't always found in a medical file. It's found in the story of our daily lives, the struggles we have at work, the days that don't make it into a short doctor's appointment. If you don't provide that narrative yourself, the VA's assistance is just going to produce a cold, incomplete report. This is why you have to take the wheel. You have to be the one driving the narrative. So, how do we move from being a passenger to being the driver? I have a 4-step action plan for you today. Step 1, gather your own evidence. Don't wait for the VA to request your private medical records. Walk into your doctor's office, get the records yourself, and then upload them directly into the VA portal for your claim. When you provide the evidence yourself, you take away any excuse the VA may have that says, we tried but couldn't find them. Step 2, check your own service records. Request your own personnel file and service treatment records. Don't just assume that the VA has everything. If there's a gap in your history or in your records, you need to find it and address it before the rater sees it so that you don't get stuck in a loop. Step 3, use buddy statements. I know those are controversial, but the VA isn't going to go out and find the people you served with or talk to your family about what happened and how it affects you. You have to bring these voices to the table yourself. These buddy statements or, lay statements from your peers, your family, your coworkers, they provide the human element, the human element that we said that medical records already miss. Step 4, write your own narrative. Use the statement in support of a claim or personal statement to tell your story. If the VA's process is the skeleton of your claim, then the personal statement effectively becomes the muscles that make it move. Be specific in those statements about your worst days. And veterans from all branches, we all know you don't go into a debrief without notes. You shouldn't let the VA handle your future without your notes. Treat your claim like a project that you own the entire outcome on. Quick side note, I also wrote a book recently called Survival of the Fittest. It's about surviving and thriving in the civilian corporate workforce. So if you're looking to take this same tactical mindset that we talk about here and get ahead in your personal life, it really may be something you want to look into. That link's in the comments below as well. So let's wrap things up. The VA's duty to assist is not a starting line, or it is a starting line. It's not a finish line. It's a tool, but it's not the whole toolbox. You are the primary driver. Your claim is your responsibility. Don't let a check the box process determine your family's future. All right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I'm hoping to get this message out to more and more veterans. Keep fighting, take care of one another, and I'll see you in the next one.